The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Badgers will kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Michigan Wolverines offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yet, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ingram. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. To the ground with the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. The play action fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins. Speed
to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. It's caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that that guy that can be a complement to the run game. That's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now they're going to throw it. He wants to go deep. And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Webb. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go to the ground. Just steamrolling the defense. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking to throw for it. Coming after it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's going to pass on second down. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, bro.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun. Give on the inside. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Handoff from the gun. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Badgers are on the move. Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Offense gets set for second down. Trying play action. Unloads to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense is making life hard on the quarterback early in the game. We're only in the first quarter. They've already got a pick, and that time they swat another one away, man. They are breaking on the ball.
He's right on target. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the ground, it's Kelly. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he'll let it fly. That's reeled in. It's Hicks. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution, running and throwing the football? Wow.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Tulane was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in New Orleans. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll run play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Ingram. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. This guy fits the bill, big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll throw it from the red zone. Grabbed in the middle. It's Webb.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
Off play action. He's got it on the move.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game. You saw a great example of that right there.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. He'll try to tack on one more.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains, to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Gets it out fast.
Well, this defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And the Badgers pick up the first down. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and that's a great job. You know, 3rd and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Kelly. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Kelly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a man. They're bringing heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught in the backfield, it's Kelly. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On the run, it's Ingram. On the move at the 30. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Kelly. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The give on the inside. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Red pass, it's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. They'll run it on first and goal. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have him.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the play fake. Buying some time. Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
From the gun on third down. He's going to throw deep right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Badgers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Looking to throw on third. Quarterback now breaking the field. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. On the ground, it's Ingram. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He uncorks one deep. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The give out of the gun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught near the sticks. It's Fung. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Going to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a
touchdown Wolverine! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. He finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Second down coming up. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The corners are walked up tight. Got it in the middle. It's Webb. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Defense looks as if it's coming. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Off he goes. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. The 21. The Wolverines are flying down the field.
And this guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? He wants to throw it again. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. Defense. Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Blasted as he lets it go. And that pass is intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Now the play fake. And they knocked him down almost immediately. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Kelly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to... And the toe drag for the big pickup.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Looking to scramble. Fires downfield. Makes the grab. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Badgers will hustle to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Floating away. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Heel off one deep down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. Excellent excellent coverage that time didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He turns it loose to the left. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires left. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Looking for a productive play on first down. And you want that clock to run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Defense in press coverage. Wide out in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Ingram. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Norris. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on...
Unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance and call for the false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a hit as he fires. It's complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back